Alright guys, today we're talking about Back for Blood. It officially released today, and so if you've seen my beta video, you basically don't need to watch this. If you haven't seen it, just go watch that. Alright, it's if you've played the beta, this is the beta. Alright, it's the same campaign. I'm almost certain the entire campaign was in the beta. Maybe there was one or two final missions that weren't. Alright, no, I did not finish it. You cannot pay me enough to finish this game. Right? It's still based on the shitty card progression system. There's more characters, obviously, that weren't in the beta that you can choose from, but that really doesn't make a difference. It's not like they do anything super unique or specific. The same amount of guns that are in the beta, just the only thing that's changed from the beta. Right? There's gun skins, character skins, and a new mode. That's it, right? It's still crappy card progression. You level up to get these points to unlock like card packs, to get unique perks with cards, which nobody cares about. You still that's it. That's all there is to do, right? The campaign still sucks. It's just a bad World War Z. Like, it feels weird. There's still way too much auto aim. The whole system within the levels where you go from one part to the next part and then just buy a random gun and random attachments with random perks, and you can't fully customize what you want and like have a class system or anything like that. It's literally the beta. If you hated the beta, you're gonna hate this. If you like the beta, then you'll like this, right? The multiplayer is still the multiplayer. It is what it is. Like I said in the beta video, that is the best part of the game. Alright, that's the only part that's at least semi-interesting. I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to uninstall this after I make this video. And so, like with every game that we review that's on Game Pass, you have to give it 2 scores, right? And this is going to be a super short video. But you have to give it 2 scores. You have to give it a Game Pass score and a people that you feel bad for who paid for the full game score. Right, and so I look up how much this full game costs because I feel like it's an absurd amount of money. Let me just, yeah, okay, it's $60. So let me just talk about if you get it on Game Pass, right? The way I look at Game Pass, I say this in all of my Game Pass reviews, it's basically free. You're not paying for the game, right? And for free $99, this game is like a 5 at best, right? It's super generic. If you have absolutely nothing to play, it's fine, right? And I only give it that 5 because you can just shut your brain off and turn music on. Right, it's just a zombie shooter, but then the progression that's tied to this card system would bring it down a point if it wasn't free. Alright, so that's the Game Pass score, is a 5 out of 10. Now, if you're not on Xbox, and you somehow manage to pay $60 for this game, one, I am sorry. That is why this review is coming out a day early. It's why I am not beating all of it like I would typically do. One, just because the game is bad. But two, I don't want anybody paying $60 for this game. This game is rough. Like, even $30 is pushing it. Honestly, this is a $15 game, right? And, like, this is really bad. I don't even know what to score this with paying $60 in mind. It has to be obviously lower than a 5 with, not the overpricedness. If somehow there was enough content here for this to be worth $60, I still couldn't give this game higher than a 4 because the progression is awful. Right? I've talked about this before. I'm big on progression. I have to have a reason to play the game. You can keep me interested for like an hour or two just on the gameplay, and then you have to give me a reason to keep wanting to play. Right? Whether it's story or new skins to unlock that are actually cool and interesting, and not in a first-person game where you can't even see your character. Right? So I need something. And a card system, that's not it. Right? Keep your deck builders to your card games. You don't need a deck builder in a mindless zombie shooter. Alright? So, if you paid $60 for this, buying this at full price, this game is like a 3 out of 10. at best. I feel like that's even high. Honestly, if I wasn't reviewing this game, I probably would have played the beta and then never touched it again. Right? And that's, I mean, I played the full game for a bit and then I'll never touch it again. Right? It's not good. The gameplay itself is fine, right? And the problem is that if World War Z had never come out, right, and not Back 4 Blood, Left 4 Dead was the most recent thing you could compare this to, I could understand, okay, it's a more modern version of that, even if it's not the greatest thing ever. It gives you like a horde zombie shooter to play. The problem is that World War Z just released like their remastered legendary edition for like $40, right? World War Z is significantly better than this. That comes with all of the DLCs, and it's $20 cheaper for more content and better content. So there's no reason not to play that. If you want to play your Halloween, zombie game, or you just want to play a zombie game, either go play the new Call of Duty map, or buy that World War Z Legendary Edition if you haven't played that. But don't play this. Do not pay $60 for this. Do not pay $30 for this. This is like, I would struggle to pay $15 for this, because if I actually played through the campaign, there's 4 acts. Act 4 is like 3 missions, and the other acts are like 6 to 8, relatively. So I could probably get through this in less than 4 hours, if I wanted to, right? If I just went through and just played with friends, just running around, just speeding through the missions. So, and then other than that, you got the multiplayer to play, right? And then, I mean, if you like deck builders, I guess, and like you're obsessed with deck builders, you just want to max out your deck, cool, I guess this is your game. But for the majority of us, this ain't it. This is not what you do in a zombie game. But that's just my opinion. Like I said, this is going to be a short video, so go watch my beta video if you want like a breakdown on graphics and gameplay and story and more than what I talked about here, because I say everything that I just said in that video. And yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting the greatest thing ever out of this game. I wasn't expecting it to be a 10 out of 10, but I was not expecting it to be this bad, right? So it is what it is. Definitely see this going on the top 10 worst games or most disappointing games of the year in like a month or two when I make that list. So I guess we'll talk about it again then. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next one.